Hey everybody, Facebook. I've been trying to make this video for like, I don't know, over the last 24 hours since yesterday morning. Probably a little later than this yesterday morning, so a little less than 24 hours. And it's just not. On the 21st, on the Solstice, I had this really huge ass spiritual experience. It's like a complete game changer. And the thing is, when you have these kind of states of being where you can experience these things, where your perception is so far beyond what it normally is, it's very much like just having a dream. And it's, when you're back in this state of mind, it's hard to access the memory of it or the knowledge that was acquired through it. You know, there's a lot of things that I experienced during states of meditation and other states of being where I get this higher kind of information coming in, and I get in a more active state of mind, or just a distracted state of mind, a congested state of mind, and I can't access that information for anything. It's like it's not even in my head. But sure enough, I just am in the wrong file department. And it's all right here. Everything we experience, even this huge ass spiritual experience, it's all right here. Our consciousness is able to experience different realities and different levels of existence and ways of existence that we just can't imagine. But our consciousness is just like right here with us. And it's all right here. This word I came up with, I mean, I don't even know where to start. So much happened at the time, and so much has happened since. And all kinds of stuff happened leading up to it. It didn't just happen out of the blue. I was sitting here watching this all summer long, observing. I had no clue where it was going. But it was taking me deeper and deeper into my heart. What I basically learned to do over the summer is to just shut down the intellect completely. You know, a lot of times in my meditations, and like a lot of people, we learn to quiet the chatter, that inner dialogue, so we don't, fill up our brain with ourselves, talking to ourselves. It happens all the time in our minds. And I'm very good at stopping that. Been doing it for decades. The main reason why I was good with horses and animals in general. And when I was working with the horses, I'd use it even more deeply. While I was in the corral with the horses, I could shut down my mind and my heart both enough, your intellect and your emotions, and just let your body move. We don't even know that our body has awareness enough to do that, but it does. If you could just let it sit in the driver's seat for 1 minute, it's what got me out of the fire. My body just took over. My mind was convinced there was no way out. My heart was more curious about what was the other side and finding a way out. But my body wanted to fuck out of that fire, and it got itself out. I was just going along for the ride. And I'd seen things like that happen before in my life, where I could just let my body take over, and it would do the exact, precise right move, like right down to the centimeter of placement in itself. It's like this whole reality is a big grid with coordinates. It's all mathematical. And every little point in space around us has all got a number, measurement. You can find it just by looking up the numbers. And our body is tuned into that. Our bodies are more a part of this reality than we are. And it is very much on that grid. And is very much aware of the coordinates of everything. And when it moves, that's what it moves by. It moves by precise mathematics. And it's instinctual. It comes in through the instincts. What we think is instincts, I think it's cellular knowledge. Our cells are just awake. And they perceive things. So anyway, this last spring, I started having these open-hearted experiences. It's a very high vibration. Since my latest experience on the 21st during the solstice, I've changed a lot of my thinking. But this summer, I'm thinking, wow, man, I'm just like rolling along in 4D, 5D. I might even be peaking out in 6D. I don't know. My vibrations are high. In the end, it's all just the top of 3D or something. The only way you go from 3D to 4D is emerge consciousness. That's what I experienced on the 21st. I mean, I knew if I just kept walking, I could get to it. I'm having trouble sitting in front of this video and saying this stuff. Because I almost just got to get back into the... I've been using self-hypnosis just to remember this stuff. It's like a dream. You wake up and it starts to fade away. And the more time goes by, the more faded it gets. So I've been recollecting through self-hypnosis. I just keep reliving it. The exact details that my subconscious has got recorded. But I guess my intellect just can't get there. And that's what I learned this summer, is how to really shut down my entire mind. Wouldn't just stop the chatter, it was like compartmentalize that motherfucker and put it in a box, a drawer, something. And I don't even know what the heart is. I mean, I'm calling it, I feel like my heart's opening up and I'm able to perceive the world, not through emotions, not that kind of heart, but it's love. It's a source of love within us. It is that. And that's really what the guiding factor is. I mean, when you don't use your intellect to, have this navigation tool through this world, you've got to have something. And when you open up into the heart, has that navigation tool, and it's got love right there in front and center. You're going to do everything through love. And it can be a lot of love or little love. It can be tremendous love. Infinite love. There's no end to that love. It is probably second to what we consider God or the most supreme being. First thing was the supreme being and all existence in eternity, and then came love somehow, some way. Anyway, I'm practicing these open heart experiences mostly during my physical therapy in the mornings. I'm experiencing them, they're kind of coming and going. I really don't have too much of a handle on them, but I'm totally open to them and able to just stop at any time of the day and let them come. Because whatever you're doing, you have to quit. These things just drop you. These open-hearted experiences. You just start falling in love with everything and everyone. You can't stop bawling about it. And it's really hard to talk from there. And it's a state of perception that I need to get into to even relate this story. And it's hard to relate it. When you get on this more sensitive, emotional level, it's just so vulnerable, so tender. I'm just an average Joe. I'm nothing special. I've been practicing a lot of spirituality all my life, but it's been nothing like most people consider anything mainstream-wise. And that didn't matter. I knew what I had to do. And I've been doing it. But it didn't make me nothing better than anybody else. I'm just an average Joe trying to go through life, figure it out, as same as everybody else. But things keep happening. And I can't ignore them. And that's what I kind of went through life doing with that main experience of eternity when I had in 1979 when I woke up. I just kind of had to ignore it. There was nothing I could do with it. Now it's different. Now it's front and center. It's the main event of my life. It identifies me more than anything, and it identifies me as eternity. You can't even go into all the details of what that means. Most people don't understand what that means. But anyway, it's beyond 12D. Let's just put it there. Beyond 12D. Beyond this creator, beyond this creation is eternity.